Hi Saggies, welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K and this is your August 2017 reading. Thank you so very much for those of you who have liked and subscribed and shared and donated and received readings over and over again. I greatly appreciate it and am honored. I had someone ask me to shorten maybe my videos, and I was just wondering what everybody's viewpoint is on that. And because of this, I think I'm going to try first doing a quick financial reading and a quick love reading. And then in the end, I usually pull some spiritual messages that will help guide people minute to minute, week to week, you know, through the month and a half, or however long the energies last for different people of you. Okay, because everybody's born in different parts and have different signs in different parts of their chart is what I meant to say. All right, let's get moving. So the first thing we have is the Mary Queen of Angels deck. I'm going to pull a word of prayer from the deck for Sagittarius, August 2017, that we'll look at the end of the read. We're going to jump right in with the Wisdom of the House of Night deck for Sagittarius for August 2017. Career and financial energies, please. Thank you. Wow. So the card representing your current life path is rigid. Maybe it feels like someone you work with is being a little bit rigid, but understand that, and you can see on the other side of that wall is a lot of thinking going on, okay? This person's in their own path, dealing with their own things in, you know, maybe appearing rigid, but you got to always understand that we're each in our own path going through our own issues. So things may seem complicated, but they may not necessarily be complicated. In your thoughts position, some of you are stopping to listen real closely when it comes to finances or career. Maybe you're just kind of watching and paying attention to what's going on. Maybe not listening to what's being said, but watching the actions of those around you. In your foundation, there is some sort of reminder. It's like a headstone that says, don't forget what you had to remember in the past. In the past, maybe you weren't obedient to your normal ways that you set for yourself. And in the next few weeks, the High Priestess of Earth is here to help guide you when it comes to career and finance. So that's good. All right, so again, these are the Wisdom of the House of Night deck, and I'm going to clarify the current layout before us with the Rider-Waite deck as we go through each step. Sagittarius, August 2017. Thank you. Yeah. So maybe you've been feeling a little left out, maybe forgotten, but, you know, sometimes we just need to kind of send that bird over there and say, hey, by the way, I'm out here, and I was just wondering if, like, I can get a raise or something. The card crossing that is the complicated card. Maybe some of you are reacting too quickly before actually slowing down to figure out what's going on with the situation. At career and finances, in your thoughts position, we have listening. So again, you guys are stopping to listen to what's not being said, paying attention to what's going on with everybody in the office, and you know, maybe how much money is being made as a whole. In your foundation, some of you are being reminded of a past situation where you received a lot of acknowledgement. Maybe you're thinking, well, it could be that you're receiving a lot of acknowledgement now and you're trying to remember something complicated from the past. It's almost like you're racing back into the past. Some of you are looking and saying, I know I should be obedient to the rules and regulations I set for myself as a Sagittarius, but an offer came in and it was enticing at first, even though it was a small offer. This could be in love, sorry. And it could have been a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, and you guys are saying, you know, even though this is complicated, I'm still willing to try. Even though I feel left out of a situation, I'm still willing to take a moment and listen to what's not being said, but I am going to try and remember what has transpired up to this point. Now, in the next few weeks, you've got the High Priestess of Air helping to guide you through a situation when it comes to career and finances, and a little bit of heartache. Maybe somebody gets a raise around you, or you notice that the company's bringing in a lot of money, or that you're helping to bring in a lot of money, but you're not receiving the attention you deserve. Maybe some of you are looking back to, I remember when this happened to me at that company and I never got the recognition and I never. So it is time to step up, get in there, lean over that wall and say, hey, remember me? In the next 4 to 6 weeks, we've got letting go. Maybe looking at a new exciting path ahead of you. Maybe wanting to grow and expand and take opportunity with something that actually you can see can grow and can be prosperous. Spirit's saying this is all about movement. You've got to move it, move it. This is about maybe even seeing a new path. That's like I was thinking, hearing about it, seeing it, and wanting to take a risk. Even though it may cause some heartache, you're thinking, you know what, I could have some good money. I need to listen to what's not being said as I'm watching all of this transpire in front of me. In hopes and fears, you guys are having to take a moment to really think something through. Maybe hoping or fearing that an offer is a cup full, that it's very blessed, and that it's not an empty, false offer of love or money. In your outcome position, we have good or bad choices. We've got a white wing and a black wing, and the angel of choices is saying, are you going to make a good choice or a bad choice? Spirit says bad. So think about what you learned in the past and how that caused heartache as you think about letting go of a situation in search of another opportunity, because you could end up being like the fool. If you're receiving acknowledgement for a job well done and you're not content, have a discussion. The card overlooking the entire reading has to do with self-worth. Okay? Maybe this is a time to learn something new. Maybe some of you are trying to get clear about your boundaries with others, and this is what Spirit's saying. Be like the Queen of Swords. Say, I am worth this. I have done this. I looked over everything I have achieved, and it's this huge list. And if you don't offer me what I'm worth, well then, I'm moving on. Maybe some of you don't want to learn something new. Or maybe you learn something new, and then you decide to finally let business go and go do something else. Well, if you have a moment in time, take use of these hermit energies to really think about and manifest the whole picture of what had transpired, and then get excited about a new vision. Okay, and I want to read to you the vision card. When you choose this symbol, it means that no matter what you lose in your life, something better will replace it. Even if a loss feels devastating at the moment, you still have so much to gain. If your question is about the future, choose another card. Confusion. Maybe you're worried about something you don't even know. So you're worrying about maybe nothing. The magical vision that you receive here will give you temporary power to see the future as a vast place full of possibility and potential. Yeah, fill that emptiness, that confusion, that which way do I go, what do I do with myself type situation and thought into a project that you've always wanted to do. Start doing a hobby. Start thinking about how maybe your work could do better if they change something up, and present that to someone. Your next card will provide insight to the conditions ahead of you. To know your future is to be prepared. And it's your individuality that's ahead of you. Explaining and showing people why you are special and different. All right, so in a 3-card summary to my left, as I clean up my mess here, we have another layout with the Rider-Waite deck, and the first card representing the first week and a half to 2 weeks from when you watch the video. Some of you, not all of you, just the energies I'm pulling, will be up in your head about something. We'll be thinking about maybe traveling or just getting away from a situation that doesn't fulfill you. Some of you may be very excited about a new idea or path. Be careful how you word things. Some of you are going to see clearly. Okay. Some of you may clearly find the answers or not. We've got the High Priestess energies. Somebody, gosh, it's like you love what you do. Maybe you do get a raise. Maybe you do ask for something moving forward and somebody's jealous. Or you finally, because you spoke up like this page and you got clear about what it is you want, you aren't held in the dark anymore. Yeah, you get the answers right away, which is good because that gives you truth. So in the next few weeks, you have the Ace of Swords saying, hey, here's the truth of the situation. Here's the reality of your situation. Use this as an opportunity to claim victory over where you've been so that you can either decide, do I stay in the path I'm in, or do I move forward on a new path, even though it's going to be difficult? Well, here comes a brand new offer. So at some point, you guys are going to run into a situation where you're going to be able to choose between two different offers when it comes to money and finance. You might be down and afraid and worried and whatever, but take off your blindfold and do your research. Your research is going to bring you clarity, and Spirit's saying with all the effort you've put in and the Nine of Cups, you will be blessed with the wish that you would so choose. So in the next 4 to 6 weeks, understand that a lot of this has been about a lesson, and it's time to step out into a new path. That your energies or messages are going to come to you very, very quickly. And yet you're still in the dark. Why? Because some of you aren't going to step out and follow up on that offer, that financial something you hear about, when you need to actually, as soon as you hear about it, take the steps or set the goals to see how you can open yourself up to an ability, an offer, or opportunity. Yes, because you could create something new for yourself just through the knowledge of taking these steps and seeing how far you can go with it. I really feel like some of you have a good idea and maybe somebody's not listening to it. Now, I just got the Six of Cups, which speaks of children or someone from your past. It speaks from feeling down and sad, and also we're speaking of heartache here and having the strength to deal with maybe the truth of a situation when it comes to love or a love offer. Maybe some of you are moving quickly after a love offer or a financial offer. And after taking some time to get the clarity that you guys need through research, you're going to know exactly where it is you're headed in the month of August. So now we're moving on to love, and if some of you want to stick around from the financial read, I do sometimes have finances that fall into love. So something to think about. I'm going to pull these cards from the Doreen Virtue Romance Angel deck. Dear Lord, Spirit, Guides, and Angels, please bless those born under the sun, moon, or rising sign of Sagittarius for August 2017. And we had a card fall out. Okay, this card is representing your current life path here on Earth at this time, and it says, ask for and accept support from others like me. The card crossing that is children. So maybe you're connecting with others, your friends, maybe you're discussing children, grandchildren, maybe your friends have children, or they're trying to help you with a situation involving children. In your thoughts, maybe some of you feel as though someone's wearing a false mask, and in your foundation, Spirit's saying, as you reveal your innermost selves, your bond deepens. So let's take a look. Again, for those of you who don't know, this is the Doreen Virtue Romance Angel deck, and I like to combine the Rider-Waite deck with these for further clarification as we go through each step of the Celtic cross reading before us. Wow, we have a lot about children here, or a child. So some of you are speaking about a child who may be difficult, or a person acting like a child. And Spirit's putting you in a position of pause. They understand that you've fought with 3 of your 4 swords, and they're trying to give you a moment before you can finally take that final sword and be done with some sort of situation. In your thoughts position, some of you are thinking of a new exciting path. but you're wondering about or whether or not someone is deceptive. Now, in your foundation, Spirit's saying that as you get to reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. But for some reason, I feel like some of you are saying, I've had enough. And you end up putting an end to something. In the recent past, you were calling in your soulmate, whether you guys knew it or not, through your prayers, affirmations, or visualizations. Maybe some of you put too much work into calling in your soulmate. So instead, Spirit got you busy. They got you lined up, some of you, not all of you, with your children, grandchildren, friends, and their children. Either way, one particular children was a handful or has been, and you're trying to figure out, some of you, when can I go on this new path, because I've been dealing with deception. And now it's like I'm trying to deepen a bond at the same time let go. So maybe kids are growing up and you're trying to stay close with them but let them go on their way. In the next couple, 2-3 weeks, we've got financial issues coming in. And this is what we were talking about. 2 different offers, trying to go back and forth about either should I or shouldn't I, about asking for a raise, should I or shouldn't I, about presenting a project, should I or shouldn't I accept this other job offer. In the next 4 to 6 weeks, Spirit's saying you have control over healing family issues. So your love life will benefit as you forgive someone. Doesn't necessarily need to be your parents, but someone in your life path. It could be that this person has grown older, and after a difficult childhood, this little earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising, male or female, is now growing into a big person, and people are starting to heal, and memories and issues and difficulties are starting to calm down. Spirit's saying have trust and faith in Spirit, that there will be celebration. Maybe because of finances. Maybe because of a new path. In your hopes and fears. Maybe some of you are hoping that a new person has stirred your romantic feelings, and yet you're up in your head with your swords, wanting to have harsh words. But look at, they're walking away anyway. They aren't going to care either way. So take those swords with you. Don't waste bad karma. Work towards a new love if need be. In your outcome position, we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with one another and get to the truth of the situation with the Ace of Swords. This will help provide you with the clarity that you need, and it will help you to claim victory if there has been a struggle. Know that with this sword, you can very well have a new path if you so choose. Even though it's difficult. The choice is up to you guys, Saggies, in the month of August 2017. Now, the whole entire read, which is a surprise, is being represented by the reconciliation card. So I think someone maybe came in for but a moment. And then I think some of you realized that you're just too tied to a situation or can't step out of a situation at this moment. Maybe through time, through discussion, through clarity. Spirit's saying in the meantime, just keep your heart open. Sometimes when someone returns, it's not important to automatically start thinking about a title of who is this person going to be in my life. Put them in the friend zone. Get to know them over a period of time. Take little steps to build a solid foundation. The codependency card is also here, and it's a warning saying that if you are not remaining completely independent in your own path, that you're going to have to figure that one out. If there are addictions, if you are addicted to a person, place, or thing that is earthbound, know that it's all about remaining independent in our path. We come alone and we die alone because we're supposed to explain what we learned by connecting with other entities on this earth. But it's not anyone else's fault about anything we endure, because we bring these things into our path, we learn, and we move forward towards our blessing as we move more spiritually up this spiritually educational ladder of knowledge. And once you realize that you no longer have to be codependent in some way, shape, or form, Maybe some are leaving business and deciding to do their own business. Once you realize that you've gone full circle, you've figured out the lesson, you can confidently step into this new world portal and become a brand new person without any need for anything or anyone in your path. Be playful in the next 3 to 6 months. Because as you're being playful, Spirit is setting up the energies to bring in a beautiful, fiery, passionate, and exciting path. This could be with regards to finances, and it could be with regards to a connection offered by the universe. And when the past life connection comes in, or someone from your past, remember what you've learned before. Remember what's made you who you are now. And remember, the goal is to move forward and to build something bigger and better and more meaningful than where you have been. We always climb and succeed in our path. What some of you think is a true love, a romance of a lifetime, you're going to maybe have to realize that love is not being accepted by that person for some reason. Maybe they don't know how to accept love. And Spirit's here to tell you that you are lovable. Cupid's arrow is aiming right at you. So if you have to mourn something and let it go, don't cry over spilt milk like this card means. Spirit's already set you up with someone who understands that you deserve love. Yeah. So get clear with romantic feelings. Are they real or are they not? Some of you are going to let children out of the house and finally get to the truth of how you want to live, where you want to live, and get going in a different direction. And you may do so with a Queen of Wands. This would be an Aries, Sag, or Leo, just like yourself, fire sign. So doing a lot of spiritual growth, inner growth about yourselves, what you've learned, who you are, who you have been for those around you, and where you want to go in the near future. Some of you are figuring out your finances. You're trying to figure out a new direction. You're trying to figure out a new path to maybe maintain your finances and who you're going to bring with you as you step into a new world. So let's ask Spirit for some messages, some guidance, some direction. Justice is in your favor, I just saw. And for some of you who are with someone, this is the partner that you've already been seeking. So you don't have to, people come in, don't question it, just know you're with the one you love. That's why you're being pulled to not deal. And those of you who are looking, there is a person who could very well be the one. Or who aren't married maybe, who are just maybe living together. Now, this is the Angel Answers deck by Doreen Virtue, and I'm asking for spiritual messages for Saggies for August 2017, and they're really asking you to ask help from others. So again, connecting with friends. Spirit's also telling you that whatever you believe you will achieve. In your thoughts, you know there's something better than what has transpired or had been taking place recently in your path. And in your foundation, Spirit's saying it's up to you. Spread your wings and fly. In the recent past, you felt as though you had to compromise for everything. And Spirit's guaranteeing you that something great is going to come 1 year from now. So, big messages from Spirit for Saggies. I'm going to clarify with the Rider-Waite deck. Dear Lord, Spirit, Guides, and Angels, please bless those born under the sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign of Sagittarius for August 2017. Ask for help from others when it comes to letting things go that no longer serve you in life. If you're down and sad about something that has transpired in your life, know that there are a lot around you. Take those memories and know that they're important, but don't forget that the sun is shining outside. Everybody's waiting for you to come outside, okay? And the card crossing that is if you believe. So know that you guys have the energies of the Strength card to believe in whatever it is your little heart desires at this time. And through the truth of the Ace of Swords, you're going to realize that something that Spirit's saying is better. Again, it's up to you when you decide to fly away from this child that has been difficult and to let them be. They were a little devil in the past, and yes, you had to compromise. Also, for some of you, you may be frustrated with someone from the past that you had to compromise about and that maybe you decided you really did have to let go of because they weren't healthy for you. Well, the truth is coming, and that's when you'll realize there's something much better in your future. In the next 4 to 6 weeks, Spirit's saying if you get in your train, plane, or automobile and start taking steps towards something now, even if it's not travel, it could be just taking steps to manifest your own self-business, a small business on the side or whatever you want to do, so that you can think about what you can do as a hobby to keep you busy when it comes time to retire. So, in the next 4 to 6 weeks, you guys have control over taking the action. When it comes to happily ever after, what fills you with peace, joy, contentment, and happiness? Some of you are going to have to let go of something, Spirit says, maybe even a year from now. You're going to send out messages and receive messages back. Maybe some of you will decide you want a happily ever after. And through some messages, you will realize that a year from now, maybe somebody's going to be traveling or somebody's going to be freed from a connection, freed from, like, I feel like a child is going to college or something, and a year from now they'll be coming back and there'll be something better for them, better for you, great things. Take action, let go. The messages will be coming in. In your hopes and fears, the situation is going to improve because you've got the major arcana justice there to help you to make the right choices when you do decide to take off and fly. See, here you are in that new direction, taking care of yourself, living in a beautiful surrounding, having plenty of money, financially content, taking care of yourself and finally enjoying the things you've been waiting so long to enjoy. And Spirit's saying that this whole reading for August 2017 is about remaining positive. Remain positive in your truth. Stand by your boundaries. Remain positive if you have to come up against someone that is an air sign. Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, because it's a general reading. Somebody may come in and have issues, and that's who you're trying to deal with and get away from. But Spirit's saying that, you know, it's almost like as you are releasing and healing from a situation, your health starts to improve. So they're saying take the steps right now to recover. Maybe start to redo the house. Maybe start to sell some stuff. Start to think about where it is you're going to eventually go, that you're going to hear messages about, because Spirit says you're ready and justice is in your favor. Spirit's waiting because they're going to help you. They understand you're ready to cut away from things, people, connections, situations, and circumstances that don't serve you, so you can have balance and happiness in your life as you move ahead. So at this time, in the next month and a half or so, be very, very patient. Know that these beautiful red wings of the Temperance Angel are wrapped around you, helping for you to heal. Go back and forth. Be patient, because at some point you will be able to walk down this path to take a position in your throne with your crown of contentment and happiness. You will receive news about money, and look at how much money is involved. So there are great, great things coming in your future, but it is a little bit away. It could even maybe take a year for some of you, but it's because you are finally receiving the payout for all that you have put in. And it's very important to remember to remain positive at this time. So in a 3-card summary to my left with the final Rider-Waite deck cards, I have a first card here representing the first week and a half to 2 weeks from after you see this video. And they are speaking of the 10 of Pentacles, focusing on money, focusing on what it is you are trying to work yourself towards, focusing on who it is you're going to take with you, focusing on passion and love finally. Not having to, or maybe you are up in your head a little bit about what your new path is going to look like, your creativity, your goals when it comes to money and your future. In the next few weeks, some of you will be putting an end to something. Even though you don't want to look at it, it may come time where you need to make a decision or a choice. This could very well have to do with business. Because, like I'm feeling, you guys are going to get a bigger offer. And it's something that I feel you guys are going to be celebrating. And because you're excited about that, of course, you realize that something is empty and you're walking away. Know that this is a wish that Spirit had heard you wishing for, that you've put a lot of work in and have deserved to receive. So when you make that wish, it is because of those wishes, goals, and hard work that you're going to find yourself in either a beautiful position regarding career and finances, where you're celebrating that, or you're actually going to be moving to a new location where it's going to just be gorgeous. You're going to have a very contented, happily ever after. Yeah, decide what it is you want your path to look like and be clear with others about where it is you're going. In the next 4 to 6 weeks, use the energies of the Hermit card to understand the whole big picture of what's had to transpire, what you have learned from an experience. Maybe to have to go through a difficult situation in order to understand or to become clear with others about fairness and equality. There may be some heartache that makes you want to maybe head off in a new direction and a new path. Wow, for some of you, this is a different message. Some of you who've been in a heartache situation or will learn of a heartache situation, maybe involving 3 people, will decide to hop, skip, and jump and manifest a new path for yourself. Yeah. This is all part of an experience to bring you to a higher platform. So remember, be clear about what it is that you want, and know that you have the energies of the Star card at this time to hope, wish, and pray on a star to manifest what it is you want. Whatever it is, it's something that's going to free you. This is a figment of your imagination, but it's going to free your thoughts. It's going to free your concerns. It's going to free you from your worries, which is good. I feel like you guys have been worried and deep in your thoughts for a long time. So a lot of clarity coming in August. Good. A lot of maybe even new beginnings. Why? Because you put in the hard work. Congratulations. So maybe even 8 weeks will have some significance about either understanding you've met the partner that you seek, or knowing, for those who are single, that there's something better coming for you. Okay? Okay, so your word of prayer from the Mary Queen of Angels deck that I pulled earlier is joy. By enjoying this moment, I am giving thanks to God for my life. It's all about enjoying the joy of every moment and helping for those around you to enjoy the joy of every moment also. And as you do, you're creating many, many wonderful and positive energies that are not only going to bless those lives you're touching, but that are going to change things up big for you in your own life and bring something much, much better. So thank you again for stopping by my channel. I hope to see you soon in the near future. Take care and God bless.